Hello and welcome back. Of course, this time we're finally moving on, even though we were kind of moving on anyway. But this time we're gonna go to a new area. I'm glad that the trick house didn't last as long as I thought it would. I thought it would take a little bit longer, but we finished it off in one part, even though I was kind of slow about it. So now we're gonna move on to a different route. Of course, this is technically still the same route, so I'm not going to introduce, but we are coming up to Route 121, which I do want to talk about, because Route 121 is very important for people that are looking for a ghost type. Ghost type is very valuable, of course, being immune to normal and fighting. Also, doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, to be honest. So, when it comes to the ghost types that appear there, they are version exclusive on that route, but you can catch the other one in a later dungeon in Mount Pyre specifically. So it's not exactly a version exclusive, it just happens to be on that route for right now anyway. So in Ruby version, you can find Duskull. It is a pure ghost type, evolves at level 37 into Dusclops, which is designed to be a tank. And a tank ghost type is actually pretty interesting. Too bad it does lose levitate once it evolves, which kind of sucks. But what can you do sometimes? It's relatively slow, and the problem with it being a tank is that it actually has relatively poor HP. It doesn't really hold up as well as you would hope. Its attack stat is decent, and overall it does decent. It's not a horrible Pokemon, but it's not nearly good enough to really warrant a guaranteed team slot. And I do want to point out that there's been a lot of better tanks that you've had access to. On the physical side, Skarmory we've already seen. Magneton is also a good one, even though the quad weakness to ground kind of hurts. My very own Swampert. I talked about Wishcash a long time ago. Tentacruel for special defense. There's plenty of better tanks than that. And look, Castform transformed. Congrats. Now we're gonna kill you. The other Pokemon there is, in my opinion, a better ghost type for this game anyway. That's actually gonna hurt a decent bit. Yeah, quite decent. But I want to talk about Shuppet. Shuppet appears there, Sapphire and Emerald. We're probably gonna see one. And overall, it's more attacking than tanky. Muddy Water. I do want to show this off. Muddy Water is actually not a bad move. 95. Like, I would rather have it than Surf, but the 85 accuracy makes it kind of garbage. It also may lower accuracy, so it might be something you're interested in if you don't want to use Surf, or you don't want to use HMs on your main Pokemon. But Surf is the best water move available for me, so I'm going to use it. Anyway, back to Shuppet. It has a very high attack once it fully evolves at level 37, similar to Duskull. 115, I believe. And it gets Shadow Ball at level 48, which isn't bad. But I want to point out that it is a very poor level up move pool for Shuppet and Duskull. They both lack a lot of moves that would be important. Dusclops is a little more TM compatible with its stats, while Shuppet it struggles a little bit more. Though it does hit hard with Shadow Ball being physical, of course. That's a waste of my time. Thanks for flinching me and seeing the rain animation. And overall, they're not bad team members. They just kind of lack importance, so to say, as a ghost type. To be honest, Shedinja is probably a better ghost type than Duskull, in my opinion. Mostly because there's a bunch of tank Pokemon already available, and Shedinja is a nice little, like, throwaway slot that can go in and wall a lot of enemy Pokemon. But it's up to you if you want these. I really actually enjoy Baynet as a Pokemon. I've had fun using it in the past. And for a bit of time, I was thinking of maybe using one as my physical attacker that I was going to pick up. Because I needed one more. Because I usually use Swampert as a tank slash physical, but I need a pure physical attacker. And Crobat's just fast, so I was thinking of using Baynet, but it got swapped out for something that's, in my opinion, better for my team. It's also a little faster, so it works. But overall, they're not bad. They're not good, though. And we got a Revive, which is not very useful. So this route is always raining, which it doesn't really mean much for us. But if you have access to Thunder, which I think the only one that would have Thunder at this point is Magneton. Gets it around like 43 or something. Hey, Sableye. Interesting. But that means Thunder's going to hit 100% of the time. It doesn't really mean much else. Oh, come on. Detect, really? The worst Protect? Also, it powers up water moves, of course. Yeah, if that had worked again, I would have been mad. Like, you're already wasting my time. Stop wasting my time even more. That's just rude. Get out of here. What? Sableye. Are you kidding me? Why is the Sableye tanking? Is this the OU ladder? Is that what's going on here? Am I in Gen 6? Gen 7 as well? Because it sucks. Oh, I hate this. We are coming up to Mount Pyre relatively soon. We also are going to pass by the Safari Zone coming up. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Pokemon right away as we... Actually, I might talk about them, but just know that you will not have access to them right away. It's not like you can show up in the Safari Zone and catch it. Otherwise, I would begin a brand new team member. Pretty quick. Because there is a team member I do want to catch. But there's a lot of good Pokemon in there. It really is a great place to find your last team member. Just collecting some berries, of course. It's been a while since we've collected some berries, I think. Before we entered Fortree, I believe were the last ones. Or maybe after Fortree, Route 20, 120. The northern part. I think there's a few hidden trainers. I don't know. I know there's this one. If you're not fit in critical situations, I'm not sure how that really pertains to what you're doing here. Who has a Lotad? Who? One of the things I do want to mention is, oh wow, we're faster, guaranteed. Swift Swim, doubling our speed. This is why you pick Trace, by the way. You get some really interesting, like, just weird stuff. I don't know why I didn't switch out. I should have switched out. And maybe Thunderbolt will kill it. I also am confused on why this girl has a Lotad and a Nuzleaf. It seems kind of strange to have both of them. Yeah, I'm not surprised that didn't work out. And Growth, which only raises special attack in this generation. I do want to talk about the weather in this game, because we are going to come across some weather as we get later into the game. One of the things that you are going to notice with weather is that it's not used that prominently in this generation. You will see more of it in Generation 4, or at least some of it. Fake Out is just annoying me right now. but you will see more of it there. But in Generation 3, it's just used every now and then. It's in relation to Kyogre and Groudon, of course. Groudon, ugh. And we'll see, we'll only actually see Sunlight like twice. I believe one of them is like right here. But I don't know. Poochyena. You know, I'm still tired of seeing these Poochyenas from the beginning of the game. Like, it's one of those things that I'm just like really annoyed immediately because of how much trouble they gave me when I didn't have Thunderbolt on Kirlia / Ralt / Gardevoir. Like, it's just kind of annoying seeing them. We have a Kecleon. We'll get rid of it. I think that'll also be the last battle for today, because I really don't have anything to talk about, and I don't want to drag this on even more. I just don't want to talk about a bunch of the topics that I have in my head. Color change, which doesn't really mean much. It can mean we can lose Stab, but that's about it. It's not a Psychic type. Use Screech. Too bad we are going to kill it with, of course, Thunderbolt. And I think that'll be it for right now. So, next time we'll be, of course, leading our way to Route 21, where I talked about the possible Pokemon you can catch there. A little preemptively, but, what can you do? Well, not preemptively say something, I guess. But next time, we'll be moving on to there, and we will hopefully be getting to the, near the Safari Zone, though we can't enter it. Sorry, my brain ceased to exist. Alright, hopefully I'll see you guys next time, and of course, till then.